I was going to say this in a different video, but I'll go ahead and say it now. I've added a link to my Amazon wish list to my main page. If you go to the About or whatever, there's a link there to my Amazon wish list. If anybody would like to send a gift, or it don't have to be something on my list, you can just pick anything you want, some dumb shit or whatever, and send fan mail. Just there it is. You go to that wish list and pick something off the wish list, or you can pick your own thing. And I'm not sure how that works. I'm new to this thing about how that works, how to even do that, if it's even working. I don't even know if it's working. Y'all check it out and see if you can see that and put a comment below. But I was going to add this to the end. I think I'll add this to the front of the video, but y'all get your chores done. So I just want to talk about something real quick. Mental status, mental state. I've had a lot going on lately, and there's a lot more. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of things piling up on me. As a full-time caretaker for Mom, I'm unable to do a lot of the things that I used to do, as in, I don't have as much time as I used to take care of a lot of stuff. I'm busy going to the doctors for her now, also for myself. I've got a new doctor, and I'm starting to get I'm back on medication. I'll get to that too. That's a lot. This should be a lot. This might be a really long video. I like to get it quick. I like to make it quick though. I really wanted to talk about having projects that are sitting out there that you're not taking care of, or chores, like things that need to get done that you're not taking care of. And I've had a couple of those lately, like my four-wheeler was not running correctly. I could choke it, and it would run and start with the choke on, but as soon as you turn the choke off, it would sputter and pop and die. It wouldn't idle. It would just die. So I knew kind of like, what that was going to take was a carb clean, but I couldn't understand why, because I have a filter in between the petcock and the carburetor. So, I just don't understand why. It was stressing me out. It really was stressing me out, and I was scared to get into it because I was just afraid of what I was going to find. Also, the starter was sometimes would not engage, and I'd have to use the pull, the manual start, which was no big deal. But if you know me, then you know that my shit's got to be straight. My stuff's always top notch, online. It ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna have no damn bullshit. If my tire's out of balance, I'm balancing it. I ain't riding around on no damn half a flat. Forget that. So I had a starter to deal with on the four-wheeler, and I had the carburetor to clean. So I thought. I had no idea really what was going on. I didn't know if it was a spark plug or whatever, but the symptoms kind of told me it was a carb clean. By the way, it would start and run just fine with the choke on, but as soon as you turn the choke off, it'd sputter and die, like it was starving for fuel. And it caused me a lot of stress, folks. That thing sat here and sat here and sat here for, I don't know, at least probably 2 months now. I've been supposed to try to get to it, or maybe 3, maybe 4. I'm not sure. I can't remember because it's so stressed out, so stressful, and it causes me anxiety, which, ain't good. So William sent home a chainsaw with me. His grandpa gave him that needed repair, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take a look at it, because I'm good with stuff like that. I like to tinker on things. I like to learn things, even if I don't know how to do it and I haven't done it before, which this chainsaw was a little bit of a challenge. I had to look up a YouTube video, and we ordered a kit off of Amazon that was had new carburetor, new fuel filter, and a pump, what do they call that, primer bubble, and a air filter, and some fuel lines. So I followed it T by T. I followed the directions to the T, and the damn thing wouldn't run. I tried my hardest. And I got sick and tired of it. It stressed me out, and it caused me anxiety. I was ready to give up and send it to a shop. I took it to a shop, and oh my God, they refused it, okay? They had so much work at the shop, they refused the job and told me don't leave it there. They just, we have too much ahead of you. And it really wasn't worth the cost to fix it. To pay somebody else to fix it wasn't worth the cost. Just buy a new chainsaw. Kind of like, I guess you could just throw it away, whatever, go buy you a new one. So, but that wasn't the case. I decided to go ahead and get William to send me the carburetor kit, carburetor replacement, whatever, all that off Amazon. I got it going. Finally, I think a couple of days of the gas sitting in there had to make I don't know, something in the carburetor. Anyway, I had to do the adjustments on the air and the fuel mixture, and then the throttle or idle screw. I had to learn how to do all that, but it got running. It was running. I finally took care of that. I mean, that was the second thing that was on my list. The first thing on my list was the four-wheeler. I had to get it fixed, but I didn't because I was scared. I said, okay, I'll deal with this damn chainsaw and see what I can do with it. And after I get it done, then I'll think about getting the four-wheeler fixed. And, I really didn't have the time to get to these things except for a little bit at a time. I'd work on it a little bit at a time as I could. And as it's starting to get hot outside, I'm like, I got to get this shit done before it starts to work out to 100 degrees out here, and I'm cooking myself. And it's almost unbearable to be outside in the heat of the summer in Florida. It's crazy, and it's getting worse. So I got the chainsaw running. A lot of my stress went away. I was so happy. I was so proud of myself. Got it going, got it working. So, okay, today I took that back to him and showed him it's running nice. You had some rotten, here's why it wasn't running. You had some rotten fuel lines that were broken in half, and this and that and another thing, and a mouse got in there and chewed all the paperwork up. Inside he's got this case that it goes in. It's a Poland chainsaw. Anyway, I think that's how you say it, Poland. I didn't make any videos on this shit because there's 1,000 videos already on YouTube about how to repair this chainsaw. And I didn't want to make a video of me learning how to repair a chainsaw off of YouTube. I just don't make no sense, okay? Yeah. So anyway, today I took his chainsaw back and brought my four-wheeler and my new starter I bought off Amazon for pretty much like $30 or something. Pretty cheap starter. But it came with a new solenoid, and the solenoid is separate from the starter on this brand. It's the solenoid goes up by the battery, and the starter is separate underneath the carburetor. So I was like, okay, we'll kill two stones with one bird. I started working on the carburetor first because it was above the starter. So I took my fuel filter, cleaned it all off real good. And I'm looking at the fuel filter. I'm like, man, this looks clean. How could any trash get in my carburetor past that fuel filter? There's no damn way. Okay, so it's just, we cleaned the fuel filter. Actually, I pulled the fuel filter off, put a new fuel filter on, and it still didn't help. So I went ahead and took the carb off, took the bowl off, and found trash in it. Have no idea in the world how the trash got in the bowl past that fuel filter, except for it probably maybe the inside of my fuel lines past my filter. Part of the fuel lines may be corroding or breaking down that got in there because it was black. It was black like the fuel lines are black. And that was probably clogged up my jets. Okay, we cleaned that out, cleaned the jets out, runs like a top. But we also, at the same time, changed that starter. Now it starts every time. I ain't got to worry about it. Ain't got to worry about the brushes are in there. I got the old starter. I can fix it anytime I want. I got plenty of time to put it on the bench and mess with it if I want to replace the brushes and get it back to working like I should. But, the reason I wanted to tell y'all about this video is stressing out and having anxiety over stuff that's being held over your head. Like if you got stuff overhanging you, like these chores, these little things were hanging over my head, and I wasn't able to relax as well, and it just caused me anxiety to have my four-wheeler not working. Because that's a major tool that I use a lot to do things, yard work and other things like hunting and fishing and whatever. And enjoyment. I mean, really, a lot of hauling shit to the street, tree limbs and stuff that whatever. You just couldn't imagine. Having that tore down or not working correctly was just sitting in the back of my mind going, it was boiling in there. And I guess the moral of my story is if you got shit hanging over you that's bothering you, just do it, man. Take care of it. Get it over with, and you'll feel much better about it. I feel much better knowing that some of my shit has been taken care of, and now I can move on to the next thing, which there's some stuff that I'm going to need some help with, but it ain't a one-man job. I got some ceiling stuff to deal with that I may show you, I may not, but I have some ceiling repairs that need to be done. Quite a bit of it that needs to be done. And I'm patching it with, I guess what you would call, I don't know what it's called. It's paneling. I'm using paneling because it's the lightest thing that I can find to put up there. It's beadboard. That's what it's called, beadboard. So I'm using paneling, beadboard on my ceiling to patch bad spots that I have found that it's hard to tell what it is, whether it's water damage or whether it's termites or was termites, because it's not continuing. It's not spreading. It's like we had something, but it's gone now. And I know termites will go away and then come back, and water could go away and come back depending on the severity of the storms, but I've been keeping an eye on it. I drew around it with a marker to see if it would spread, like where the damage was, the affected areas. I'm going to have to make a separate video about that. Anyway, but I just wanted to say, get your chores taken care of. If you have something holding over the top of you, hanging over your head that's bothering you, take care of it a little bit at a time at your own pace, however you can. But when you do finally get it done, you're going to feel much better and you'll be able to relax. So, if you feel like it's all adding up on you, you better don't let it add up too much. Just start breaking it down and getting that shit done. Do your chores, man.